Know how bad this would look if I recorded a video from my MacBook, because you know what my camera is telling me every time I open it or turn it on. It says this: memory card locked. And so I'm looking this up and trying to figure out what the fuck that means, and it looks like it won't let me record. It won't let me record. I'm just so frustrated right now. I'm hot, so that's just making everything worse because of this fucking heat wave and not having central AC. And now this isn't working, and so I don't even know if this is a viable option. Hey, hi, hello, we're trying something new. I'm recording this on my MacBook. I've never used this camera to record a video, but we are having technical issues, so we're gonna have to deal with it. And we're in a heat wave, okay? We're in a heat wave, so you have to pardon a lot of things, including my appearance, but I wanted to record this video, and I Googled something really quick about why my camera isn't working. I'm gonna have to figure it out later. Also, that ambient noise is the fan because it's hot. I had to open this thing so you could see the light. So we're not going to be here too long, or I might die from heat exhaustion, but I wanted to talk about a TBR. It is the end of May. I just need whoever is playing with the clocks to fucking stop it. Because what do you mean we are almost halfway through 2026? I am feeling unwell. I hope you can hear me. This microphone is right here. I don't know if I need to be closer to it. Okay, maybe I'll sit closer to it. Okay, so I again have a very ambitious TBR like I did for May. Some of these are rollovers from May because I did not get to everything. Probably won't get to everything in this month, but I have a lot that I am hoping to accomplish. For June and then July and August, I'm trying to plan out a curriculum of like specific books, nonfiction things that I didn't plan out yet for this. So I'm going to try to read a lot of fiction in June. Anyway, on the list, things that are coming over from May. Headlights by CJ Lead. This comes out soon. I think it's like June 9th maybe. And so I'm buddy reading this with Alyssa, but we just started. That happened to already flew ahead of me, but this one is, I think it's like a thriller. There's like a serial killer, maybe something going on. Basically, something happens, they wake up like on the side of the road, they don't know what happened, and they have like killed somebody, and then there's like hair tied around their tongue or something. I've only just started. I'm like 5% in, so I will be reading that one. And then I have Birth of a Dynasty. I didn't get to that one yet, but I really want to read it. I've heard a few more reviews about it, so I'm putting that as a priority for June. World Without End. I don't think I mentioned this one in May, but it was a Patreon TBR jar pick. This is a chunky historical fiction novel. I read the first one years ago and enjoyed it. They're set in England. Like the first one was around building a church, but there's lots of drama with monks and the people of the town. And this one is centered around building a bridge. Drama again, monks, people around the town. And so I'm enjoying it. There's very long. I'm listening to the audiobook, so I just am not rushing through it because, again, they're like 26 hour long audiobook. So I'm going to finish it, but I'm not like crammed. I bought it from a previous like Audible sale, so I don't have to like beat the clock for a library hold, which is nice. A Terrible Intimacy by Melvin Patrick Eli. I saw this book recommended on Threads for like kind of a true crime story, but A Terrible Intimacy, Interracial Life in the Slaveholding South. So it is a new account of slavery, recovering the lives of those who lived in small households in close and intimate proximity to their slavers. So I feel like this is going to be really sad, enraging, but I heard some positive early reviews about it. So that is another one. And then The Last Contract of Isako by Fonda Lee. Don't remember if I mentioned this one in my May TBR, but I started it in May. but the hold has already gone back to the library. So I'm reading it on my Kindle. My Kindle's in airplane mode so that I can have it. But then I had to stop. I had to pause. Oh my God. You guys. Right as I'm filming this, I'm supposed to do another video idea and I haven't even picked the books for that. Okay. Anyway, The Last Contract of Isako is a sci-fi adventure. She's a contractor and she's 50. So she is thinking, she's going to basically retire soon. And then something happens to change her plans. And so she has to take on a final contract for someone she didn't plan on working for. And so I'm like 40 something percent through. I'm really enjoying it. But it feels a bit long because where we are in the story, especially with something that just happened, really felt like I should be more at the 70% mark. And I'm really like right under or right at 50%. So I'm still like, we still have so much to go. And I feel like I've been reading it for a long time, but it doesn't feel... I don't know. I feel like I've made a lot of progress. And then I look down and I'm like, damn, I still have half of this book to go. So it's not going to be a 5-star read for me. I still am enjoying the story to see where this goes. Like, what's going on right now, because again, the setup really feels like we should be at the end, coming up to the climax of the story, and I still have like 50% to go. So I'm kind of nervous, but I'm gonna finish that, and I need to finish that so I could take my Kindle off airplane mode. God damn. Adding to the list, and now I'm realizing I don't even know if I'll be able to get to any of these because I have to do that video project. One that I will get to is Big Swiss by Jen Began. This is voted for my book club, the one that I joined here. And I remember when this book came out just because of the cover. I was like, what is going on that cover? So I have no idea what this is about. This just says Greta lives with her friend in an ancient Dutch farmhouse. It's full of bees. She spends her days transcribing therapy sessions for a sex coach who calls himself Ohm. And she becomes infatuated with his newest client, a repressed married woman she affectionately refers to as Big Swiss. It's funny, I ran into her at the laundromat, but who's in the book club. She started it and she was like, yeah, it's weird and sexual. So I'm like, okay. I like weird. So this could be a winner. When I look up like weird girl fiction, I have seen this one recommended. So I'm like, all right, well, is this even recording? Okay, I think it is. God, I'm gonna cry. Big Swiss. The Deal by Elle Kennedy. I own this one. It's over there, but this is the first book in the off-campus series now. Mara had sent me some random romance books years ago, and this was one of them. I totally forgot about it. Then my friend was telling me I needed to watch Off-Campus. She was telling me it was based on the stories, but she's like, just watch it, because she really wants me to watch it. I'm sorry, Kara. I am going to watch it. But I asked my patrons, and so I'm going to read it and then watch it, even though Kara told me not to. I'm sorry, Kara. It is a hockey romance. I think, did it come out in 2015? Again, never read it. I don't think I've read any hockey romances. And so I kept seeing it mentioned. I was like, is this another like heated rivalry kind of story? So this is a hetero relationship, I think. I don't know. But I hope that this is better than heated rivalry was for me. I didn't read the book. I have no interest in the book, but I watched the show and I was very underwhelmed. I don't understand why people are losing their minds over it. So I'm hoping this one is better. Maybe not, though. We'll see. Also, I'm supposed to be doing a buddy read with Robin. The 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. I think we were talking about this one or One Dark Window. I don't remember which one we chose. Because I proposed like 4 different series and she owned 2 of them. And we're like, okay, we can read these 2. I don't remember which one we chose. What I know about One Dark Window? Not much. It's like a fantasy romance duology? I don't know. What do I know about 100,000 Kingdoms? I don't know much about that one either. I do have the entire trilogy on my shelf, but it's really upsetting to me because one doesn't match. One's a different one. But I think I got one free. Whatever. I own them, and I've wanted to read them for years. So Robin and I are going to try to buddy read that. Will that happen in June? Maybe. And again, I don't know what it's about. It's fantasy. N.K. Jemisin has written one of my favorite series, the 5th season, and then I also didn't love the New York one and one other one that I read. So I don't know. We'll see. I've heard really good things about 100,000 Kingdoms, so I'm interested. to read it. I just know it's fantasy. I really want to read This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me by Alona Andrews. I've only read one of their books, Clean Sweep, and I had a really good time, and I've heard of them for years. Obviously, I know like Mara loves them, Heather loves them. I've heard a lot of good things. I've just heard really good things about this book. And then I read the premise, and I was like, that sounds interesting. Do I remember what the premise is? No. I could tell you, though. This is a new series, because I asked, do I need to read any of their other series to know what's going on in this one? And people said no. So hopefully that's correct. This says, Maggie wakes up cold, filthy, and naked in a gutter. It doesn't take her long to recognize Torin, a city she knows intimately from the pages of famously unfinished dark fantasy series she's been obsessively reading and rereading. Her only tools for navigating this gritty world... Oh, her encyclopedic knowledge of the plot. So it's like it's a story about a book within a book? I requested it from the library, and there was a long wait, so we'll see. I could read the rest of the synopsis, but I don't feel like it. I know that's bad. I'm a reader, but sometimes they just give too much. So essentially, she has to survive in this world from her knowledge of the plot, the setting, the characters, ambitions, and fate. And instead of trying to get home, she finds herself enmeshed in the schemes and attentions of dueling princes, dukes, villains, all while trying to save them in the kingdom of Relis from the way she knows their stories will end in a cataclysmic war. Okay. All right. Another one that is a book that I own that actually is nonfiction that I want to read. I was putting books up, and I was like, oh my God, I think I was supposed to buddy read this with Robin a long time ago. And then she tried to pretend like she didn't remember. And I'm like, but it's called High on the Hog, A Culinary Journey from Africa to America by Jessica B. Harris. This came out as a Netflix, was it a documentary or docuseries? And I think I watched an episode or two, and then I found out it was a book, and I was like, oh wait, I want to read the book and then come back and watch this. Or like the show is based off of the book. And so I have the book, and I totally forgot about it. So I want to read it. And what is it about? So she's an acclaimed cookbook author, spent most of her life researching the food and foodways of the African diaspora. So it's the culmination of years of her work. Takes the reader on a harrowing journey from Africa across the Atlantic to America, tracking the trials that the people and the food have undergone along the way, which I just find interesting. As a gal, Black American, African American, if you will, especially from the South, food is just a very big thing. And so this just sounds like just maybe things I know, maybe things I don't know, all culminated into one. And then I don't know if this book in particular has recipes, but I would be interested to look at her cookbooks and maybe get one of those also, maybe try some of the recipes. Ooh, maybe I could, let me not get too crazy because I can't be cooking in this heat, honestly. So maybe I'll have to wait and do the recipe part at a different time. Last on my list currently is The Art of Loving You by Natasha Bishop. She wrote Only for the Weak, which I loved. Excellent romance novel, and this is a sequel. And this is another one that the library hold is really long, so I don't even know if it'll come in this month. But this one, I feel like, is it a second chance romance, or does it have a harder topic in this one? Yeah. So this is a second chance romance with an artist, and she's an influencer, model turned influencer, with a scavenger hunt road trip. Interesting. Second chance romance doesn't always work for me because sometimes I'm like, the reason y'all broke up was a good reason and y'all should stay apart. But because I really enjoy Only for the Week, I want to give this one a try. Maybe I'm mixing it up. I thought that somebody said this one had like some heavier topics in it, so maybe it does, which is, happens in romance. So if that comes in, I'll try to read it. But now I'm thinking I probably won't get to half of these because I have to do the fucking reading project. Shit. What are you guys reading for June? Hopefully this video wasn't too terrible in quality. I have to figure out the drama with my camera. That is pissing me off. This heat is pissing me off. It is making me so irritable. But I got big plans. Big plans for reading, and I'll be back soon with my wrap up for May. But right now, it's the 28th, so I still have a few days. I'm trying to finish at least one book before June starts. What book? You'll find out in my wrap up. So that was it. Let me know what you're reading, and or if you've read any of these. Thank you so much for watching. Please keep yourself cool. I'm ready to close this curtain. Stay blessed, hydrated, moisturized, and sunscreen. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.